Yo, what's up guys, it's Phantom Coasters, and welcome back to another video, where today I will be ranking every coaster at Silver Dollar City. This park is home to 7 roller coasters, including 1 kiddie coaster, and I would not call any one of them bad, but there are definitely some better than others, so it's time to rank all of them. As I go through every spot, I will also briefly give my thoughts on each coaster. I hope you enjoy, and let's get into it. Alright, so starting off the list at the lowest spot, in my least favorite coaster at Silver Dollar City, is the Grand Exposition coaster. This is an average Zamperla Gravity kiddie coaster, and while it serves a purpose in the lineup, it doesn't come close to comparing to the higher up coasters on this list. So, it's good for the kids, but as a coaster enthusiast, I don't care for it too much. At number 6, I have placed... This is a ride that is barely a coaster, and wouldn't be if it weren't for 3 small drops. Unfortunately, this ride is very outdated. The theming is just okay in comparison to other rides and areas of the park, and each drop is sharp, a bit painful, and without any forces at all. So, like the Grand Exposition coaster, it does serve a purpose, but it's a low-quality dark ride and an even lower-quality coaster in my opinion. If you go to this park, ride it for the credit, but you probably won't have any sort of a desire to get back in line. Number 5 at the park for me will be Thunderation, an aero mine train. When I went in 2017, I actually quite enjoyed this coaster, but during my last visit in 2019, I found it very rough through some of the turns and not too enjoyable. It did have an intense moment, but it could have been better without the jackhammering. It's not an awful ride, and I would get back on it. It just doesn't quite meet the standards of some of the other coasters in the park. Wildfire, the B&M sit-down, is coming in at number 4. I think this is actually a great ride. The drop feels very long in every row and gives great floater, especially in the back. It is butter smooth and only has 1 moment of headbanging. The downside with this ride, however, is that it is quite short and lacks 0 G-roll. If this was a bit longer and it had a roll like Dragon Con or Kumba, 2 other sit-down coasters, I think this could be that much better. But as it stands, it's a solid and fun looping coaster, but it's nothing too incredible. Starting off the top 3 in the really good coasters is Powder Keg. This is an S&S compressed air launch coaster, and it is a super fun ride. The launch is very intense, and currently my favorite of what I've experienced, and all the hills give some good airtime while the turns can have some fun intensity. This is also quite a unique ride, both by the layout and having a launch and a lift hill, but also by the fact that it was a replacement from a previous roller coaster, Water Ride Hybrid, by Premier Rides known as Buzzsaw Falls, and actually still uses some of that track in the currently standing coaster. Overall, this ride is one of the most fun and underrated coasters I have ridden, and I think it is more than deserving of the number 3 spot on this list. Now we have made it to the top 2, which also happen to be my number 1 and 2 coaster overall. If you want to see more of my thoughts on these 2 rides, I have full reviews on both, so go check those out after this. Both of these roller coasters are interchangeable, and I had a very hard time deciding which to put ahead, but in the end it looks like this. Number 2 is Time Traveler. This is a Mock Rides extreme spinning coaster, and is so much fun. It has some great moments of airtime and hang time, and features 2 launches during the layout. It isn't super forceful by any means, but it is an incredible ride with outstanding theming and a gorgeous queue. Not to mention that even with only dirt under it, this ride is beautiful to look at and watch. It is butter smooth and with not a single jolt or rough patch at all. So why is it not the number 1 spot, you may be asking? Well, that's because there is one other coaster at Silver Dollar City that has stronger airtime and is more intense than Time Traveler. That coaster is the RMC topper track of the park, and it will be coming in at the number 1 spot on this list. Outlaw Run is an incredible ride with some of the craziest airtime I have ever experienced. It has some great whip over all the elements in the back row, and laterals all over. It isn't nearly as smooth as Time Traveler, but it is still by far the smoothest wooden coaster in the state of Missouri. It is a short ride, but within it, it packs some of the most insane elements I have ever experienced, some of them even interacting with the terrain of the park. It also has a few very good unique elements, such as the outer ranked inversion and double barrel roll. It is my number 1 coaster at Silver Dollar City and overall, and it is an amazing creation that absolutely 100% deserves its placement at the top of this list. So everyone, that's going to do it for my list of the coasters at Silver Dollar City from worst to best. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please make sure to like this video and subscribe if you are new, and I will see all of you guys next time. Bye.